moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In motion goes the tight end. On first and 10, Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Little motion now from the tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. Force.
On third down, Bridgewater. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's got it, the tight end Jeff Heuerman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. To throw is Bridgewater. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go. Blue 58.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Let's go.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Gets around him. Room here to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the... 10 yards still left on second down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Bridgewater. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Jalen Richard. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Check. Motion out of backfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
No. Check. Patriots.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And the wideout in motion. Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Mixon. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash them there. They blasted. Gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The Falcons send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go. Leopard!
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out with the football. Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing. Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater buying time to his left. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation. We try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. The second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. So we have reached halftime. You folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 18 yards to pick up there. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down right near the 39.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And he motions the wide receiver. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Ten-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20.
All right, here we go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. To throw, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Second down, Bridgewater. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. They're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
I know you felt that one.
So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Let's go.
Tight end's
Way
right.
90. Way 90. Tag.
We got three. We got three, fellas.
Be
We got
ready.
three.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
Check three. Check three. Motion, motion, motion.
Force. Force. Be ready. Force. Force.
All day,
Set.
dog.
Blue 58.
Check 37. Check 37.
In motion, the tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Falcons on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Tiger. Tiger. Force. Force.
Now Mixon. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
36.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
That's it, baby.
Let's go. Way 90.
Check, check.
Way 90. Tiger. Tiger.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, And he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Falcons on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevenson. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To the air again with Bridgewater. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go.
They'll run here with Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Where's 52? Black 52. 52's the light.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Forced out to his left. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice little juke. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Now a handoff looking right, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Back line it up, Philly, here we go.
3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Go, here we go.
Check, check, check.
Back line it up, Philly, here we go.
In motion left goes Moncrief. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Third down now following the run.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
And the play clock's running down. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it in. Now a hit and a loose football. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
First down throw for Bridgewater. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. From the gun, Bridgewater. To Mixon on the check down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. down, Bridgewater. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now they run with Mixon. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 10 here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Go. No. Check. Patriots.
They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed. Over.
He's back to throw. Being chased out left. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Here we go now. Over. Back there. Detroit. Watch it. Watch it now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now. Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Here's Trubisky. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. That's not exactly what you want there, especially given the time on the clock. But now, you've got to kick the field goal, right?
You do, and actually, you show a little faith in your defense when you do that because you kick the field goal here. You're telling them, we believe you'll get the ball back for us for one more shot.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. Chargers have just scored, so they extend their lead. A win would be their second on the young season. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Here's Bridgewater. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Set. Blue 58.
Three down, three
Blue
down.
58.
Hey, check, check. Three down, three down.
Hey.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, tight on the right.
Two jet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Second down following the run.
Single,
Two.
that's
Tagger. Let's go. Wide in.
Now Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now it's Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side at the 17-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Wide 80. Two jet.
first and 10, Bridgewater. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Interesting, they took a shot right out of the overtime gate, Charles.
I think what they were trying to do was to create a big play that would not only energize them on offense and put that thought squarely in their head about winning the game, and also they were trying to flip field position, coming from deep in their own territory. Unsuccessful on that play.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the...
Described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. As they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
Get ready! Tiger! Tiger!
shift together here from the D-line. Bridgewater now on second down. Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
The Falcons on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 14. Bridgewater. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 4. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Set! Green, 39!
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Play clock winding down. Now Trubisky to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Trubisky. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal is from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Falcons, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we
When we do it, we just and get ya. Got a bad thing, it ain't lie. Why with some keep my why north side bumping north with a deck. When I was a baby, I was running for respect. You gon' get your with the set. Go around here and talk crazy, you get we